Hi, Paul Slackis, Good News Planet. Boy, we're going to talk about a very innovative way for, I'm going to say blue collar work. 'Cause I wore a lot of blue today to emphasize the blueness in blue. And wait, Dan has blue on, and our friend Robert Birch has. So my good buddy Dan Walensky, who I know from way back when we worked together in Sprint Corporation, doing multicultural marketing, and Dan has been kind enough to introduce me to Robert Birch, and we're going to learn about Robert's outreach that I think is fantastic concept. So Dan, tell us, and thank you, Dan, for doing that. Tell us a little bit how we got here.
Well, Paul, thanks for allowing us to introduce ourselves to Robert Birch. And Robert, Bob, you're the founder of the blue collar network called Thinkin Blue. You describe it, Bob, as a career network that connects skilled trade and blue collar workers to each other. It's also educational and skills development opportunities. Tell us about the concept of Thinkin Blue. I understand that this isn't the first time you've had this idea to develop a network for specifically targeted to blue collar workers.
So to start out, probably the biggest impact in my life was my biggest idol, and that's my dad. And going back when I was a young boy, my dad would take me to his projects, and he would teach me and show me his business, the work that he does, the trades. But the most important thing that he probably taught me in my life, and then I took his passion, is all about his employees. And his employees, he would call them his second family. My dad had this passion for this hardworking, loyal, dedicated group of people. And again, he would call it his second family. He involved the second family with our family, and we became friends. I got to know his employees, their families. We'd go to church together, family functions, outings. And I took my dad's passion, incorporated it when I moved to California, and I incorporated that into my company. And same concept. To this day, I have many people that are ex-employees. A lot of employees eventually became business owners, and they're friends with me today. So with that passion, and how I came up with Thinkin Blue is back in 2007, when I was running projects and doing projects, employees would come up to me, employees from subcontractors, and that's when Facebook, LinkedIn was there, and they would say, it'd be nice if we had our own platform or our own, social site platform. So I got to thinking, and in 2015, I came up with the name Thinkin Blue. And I bought the name, and I was thinking at the time to build a platform. The time wasn't right, so I developed a business plan, and eventually, fast forward to 2019, with the previous administration, the blue collar industry was taking off, and it became nationally known. It was in the news. It was blue collar boom. We need blue collar manufacturing jobs. So I thought to myself, I've been wanting to do this. And so I put the word out, and eventually was introduced to Barb Hansen. And I was not going to do Thinkin Blue unless I got a key player. And so Barb believes in Thinkin Blue. I hired her. And so the mission began, and we incorporated in 2020, hired Barb. We built Thinkin Blue. Today, we've been through a lot in 1 year, but my vision now has become a reality. And with that reality, the greatest thing that a person can do is bring joy and happiness to someone's life. And that's what Thinkin Blue does. And every morning when I go on the platform and I read, I welcome people in on the site and I read what they say, it brings warmth and pleasure to my heart, because it's like reality has finally hit, that I am touching the lives of so many people. And that's what Thinking Blue is all about. It's bringing that happiness, joy, and trust, where they can have a platform that is dedicated specifically for them. And that's what I want to, that's what Thinking Blue is all about. And it's really the first only true community out there. Our competition is basically job board companies. We are a true community platform dedicated for this hardworking large group of people. And so that's where the passion is. That's it, and it's a labor of love. This platform is built by blue collar for blue collar, and I get a lot of pleasure out of it, and it's fun. And the most important thing too is I'm a builder by trade. So I tell this story to many people. It's like, this is going to be my greatest project ever to do and complete, because it's going to touch so many lives. And it's a beautiful thing.
All right, I like beautiful things. Good news is this is good news by far. So now let's get a little bit into the nitty gritty of it, okay? Because in essence, a platform and utilizing this kind of thing and the kind of computer thing that we are. I mean, it's always the message behind the medium that's going to, even though some people say the medium is the message, but it's actually a little bit of what is the message. So how does somebody literally, how does, I'm blue collar. I got guys drilling above me here in the building, okay? So it doesn't, I mean, I don't know whether you have to define blue collar exactly, and if somebody is a corporate executive, they can't get on, but I don't know how you define that. Or maybe, well, let me ask you, do you have a definition? Is there somebody that can't get on? Or is it just mainly focused to reach out to what somebody might say as a blue collar worker? I don't know what a blue collar worker is personally. I don't know exactly what that means. Am I a blue collar worker? I got a blue suit on.
So Paul, that's a great question. So classification for blue collar worker, there's like 3,500 different classifications for blue collar worker. So the largest group is the construction industry. Yeah. But a lot of people don't know nurses are considered blue collar worker, military and police is blue collar worker, and the list goes on. But on our platform, we have general contractors, we have managers that are on our platform, managers of, say, restaurants, healthcare workers. So white collar is definitely welcome, and we have a platform for the blue collar for family and friends. But this site is specifically dedicated for blue collar workers.
Well, I think, and that's perfect, because it's just like my site, Good News, right? I'm focused on positive content. I'm not looking. I actually own bad news broadcasts too, and so some people say, and I'm thinking even go more out there with the bad news broadcast, because it definitely, it's a sort of a that kind of thing. So, but where people say, yeah, well, I said, just watch TV. So in any case, the thing here is that, it's an opportunity. So say I'm a worker bee, I'm working, and I consider myself a blue collar worker, okay? Maybe not the owner of the company, but I still don't fully relate to the suits. And I don't know if a suit is the represent. In fact, today, nobody hardly wear. My buddies are CEOs of big corporations. They got IZOD shirts on, so I don't know who looks what or what is what. But you starting off with the premise of the blue collar worker, that's enough to get it going. And because the title is so important. Are you then able, so the guy drilling above me or whoever gets on, are they able to see something about themselves, or what do? They write something about themselves here. I live in New York, or what are the details? How does it work?
So basically they would come on, they have to register and sign on. and they come onto the platform, they set up their profile, and they can join many different groups that we have. And if we don't have the group, they can request a group, and we'll build that group for their specific needs. And the good thing about it is they come on, they get to network with other people in their trades, or they can venture outside the trades and meet other people in the blue collar industry. So, and the other thing is they can seek mentorship within the platform, and knowledge. We can help them with advancing their career on education, like Dan was talking about. We can help them with resume, and also getting them a job that they need.
So do the people friend each other, like, in some of these other
They do.
apps?
Yes,
They friend. So can I friend you?
you can.
Okay. Well, talk is cheap. We know that, right? I mean, gotta make something happen. I can friend Dan as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If Dan joins the site, he will be on there.
That's right. Paul, speaking of good news, if you think about the timing of all this, as Bob was saying, it's like the third time around for this concept. But think about what we've been through this last year with the pandemic, with COVID, and also the fact that blue collar workers, whomever is considered blue collar, now they're the heroes in our lives, whether they're grocery store workers, electricians, plumbers. They've been underappreciated for so long. That's why we feel like this is the time for Thinkin Blue, because we've just coming out of this pandemic,
Right.
this newfound appreciation for that worker.
That's great. No, I agree with you. We did 120 hours live, and a lot of ringing in the bell, since I'm in my own home here and I got a little backyard here on 79th, 80th Street. We've been ringing the bell at 7 o'clock. I'm broadcasting on April 22nd. They're ringing of the bell, and the heroes of our, and I agree with you that this is the right time for what you have. And I can see what I love about you, Robert, is that I see the love. This is in you, first, the respect to your family, your dad, your background, and your appreciation of that, and maintaining that, and holding on to it, and in essence, the whole thing of paying it forward. So this project for you is paying it forward, helping anybody that gets a gig or meet somebody as a result of your putting them together through this platform. In my mind, is a good news story. Okay, this is the perfect good news story. You built something. It's like a relationship thing. All these that meet a girl or meet a guy. It's a perfect thing, and the way you're going about it is great.
So, Paul, to add into that, and this is very important, the blue collar industry is the heartbeat of America. And there's so many different people that do so much for this country to keep it running, and nobody really recognizes them. And that's what I want to do. I want to bring that recognition, and I say this platform is dedicated to them, and bring them to the forefront for the first time ever. And it just, again, it hits home right here in my heart.
Yeah, no, I think it's marvelous. I hope you get a ton of PR as a result of it. I mean, I thank the sanitation guys. I thank the guys running the subway. I mean, I thank the police. I'm that kind of guy because I got, in essence, a large mouth. So but I have a big heart, appreciation for what they do. I also have, I'll be frank with you too. I'll say this, Robert. I have some kind of a semi-jealousy of some sort too. They in other areas, the blue collar workers have a lot of stability in life. I'm not going to knock a postal job, and I'm not going to knock a government job. I'm not going to knock a sanitation job or a bus driver. They get decent pay. I don't know why anybody would think that any less of them. They get good pay. They take care of their families. And then they retire at 42 years old. And I'm going to have to work until I'm 17,000. And so, and they get a full pension. And they've been. I'm saying they take some bad jobs, people jumping on them in some crazy scenarios, the positions of a lot of blue collar workers. But on the other hand, I think it's a smart job to take. You might not think it at a young age, but as you get older, and I see some of these guys graduating, with 55 or retiring with a half of a salary and then starting another career. Where I'm 71, and that I worked corporate America, not necessarily was treated as nicely. What do you think?
I agree with you. So I would say a large portion of blue collar workers, all they want is some simple things in life. They want to work for a good employer, and with that, they will be loyal and hardworking, and in return, they work hard, and then eventually they have enough to retire on. They're not looking to become a millionaire. They're not looking to be, they're just happy with their life, and that's all they want. Most of them are just very simple people.
Many of them are unionized, right? Would you say?
I would say, yeah, I would say probably it's a 60-40 split, more pro-union, and then the non-union people. So yes, the unions are probably a little bit better off because it's higher pay, and their pensions and retirement is better. I would agree with that.
Yeah, they benefited from the management of unions to make sure that our country was built in essence a lot on unions.
That's
And
correct.
the fairness of the the corporate world. Dan, any thoughts you'd like to share also or suggest here?
Well, if people are interested in the Thinkin Blue concept, the mobile app is not out yet, but it's Thinkin Blue, THINKIN without the G. Interesting. Thinkin Blue is the name of the company, and we'll hope you can put the website address up. But if people are interested in joining, everyone is welcome. So that's what I wanted to add.
Okay. And Robert, anything else you like? I went to the website. I saw it. It is on our. It's a nice looking website, and congratulations there.
So we have new pages, our new platform. We're going to have a new front end sign in, and then the platform it's coming out today.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
it's been a long time overdue, but Barb's supposed to have that up and running today.
Congratulations to you. Robert, let me ask the last one question then. I've asked a lot of people this, so what's the good news for you today?
So the good news for me, first of all, is it's Good Friday, and I love Easter. There's a lot of stuff with that, and I believe in my religion and everything. But I wish everybody a happy Easter, and so I'm excited about Thinkin Blue. As Dan knows, we got funded, and that's huge. So I won't go into that. So there's a lot of great things. We're looking to scale the business quickly in the next 12 months. And Thinkin Blue will be going to new heights. And I think we're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future.
All right.
And my vision is becoming a true reality. And it
All right.
is my heart.
Beautiful. Well, I'm going to say, I say this, actually, I'm an interfaith, all faith minister, Reverend Paul Slackus. I'm going to say amen. And I'm also going to say our women, because I always say that too, since I'm a little boy.
That's true. We should respect the women in the trades. And I have plenty of people that are employees on Thinkin Blue that are women.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations to you. Dan, thanks so much for the introduction. And
Paul, it was a pleasure. I really appreciate the interview, and I look forward to another one with you.
Yeah, that's a given, and let's see how we can partner in doing good together. Because in essence, as I say, everybody who you put together with anybody else are just on their own is a good news story, literally.
Yeah.
Dan knows that real well, being such a professional in the public relations world. So we'll talk again, because you're a good guy too. I can feel it.
Thank you. Dan, I
Okay.
appreciate it.
You bet. Take care.
We'll
All right,
talk
take
soon.
care.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Have a happy
Bye-bye.
holiday. Bye.
Happy holiday.